The out-of-pocket expense that a first-time home buyer is typically going to have is the appraisal. Inspection and appraisal are different things that a lot of people get confused on. So inspection, you buy for, you pay, you pick your inspector, they look at the home and what's working, what's not, and give you a report of what it is. So then we can go to the seller and negotiate some things to be fixed if we need to. Sometimes we don't, the home's in great condition. But that's the inspection. And then what happens is there's an appraisal. So an appraiser is hired, you hire them, you pay for the appraisal up front. That is going to be about $650 to $800 depending on your lender. And what the appraiser does is they go out to the home and they look at the home in a different way than the inspector did. What they're looking for is they have to make sure that the home is worth what the lender is letting you borrow against it, because the lender isn't going to give you any more money than the home is worth. So that's what the appraiser does. They're two different things, inspectors and appraisers. The appraisers, they are an independent third party that works and provides the bank with a value of the home. Your upfront out-of-pocket expenses are going to be your first-time homebuyer class if you're going that route, your earnest money, about 1% of the purchase price, your inspection and your appraisal. So if you're buying like a $500,000 home, I would plan on holding back about $6,000 to $7,000. Then at closing, when all of the mortgage magic is worked out and they tell you what you actually have to bring to closing, sometimes you bring nothing. Sometimes you get a check back at closing. Sometimes you do have to bring closing funds to the closing on top of what you already paid. It all just depends on your loan program, how many concessions the seller paid for you, what your agent was able to negotiate for that. A lot of people come to me and they say, oh, I'm ready to buy a home. I've been saving, I have $1,000. And I'm like, great. Let's talk through a couple of these other things that we're going to need up front and out of pocket that maybe you could get a gift for from friends or family to help you pay for the inspection or whatever.